Hello, people of YouTube and Earth and other places that I might not have any idea of. It is I, Matt Saletti. Today I'm doing a re- video review thing, I guess you could call it. My thoughts of the new-ish LEGO series, Hero Factory. Well, to start off with, just want to say I'm not going to start flipping out of it because, oh my gosh, Bianca was so good, OMG, Hero Factory, they replaced it, should be destroyed. No, I'm doing a comparison of why Bianca was better, and I'm also saying what, and I'm also just saying what my thoughts of Hero Factory were. So, yeah, anyway, there will be some pictures going on, as you can see, and yeah, let's get started. So to start off with, well, Hero Factory, the first wave was actually pretty good. I'm not talking about the heroes, I'm talking about the villains. The new torso piece was nice. The villains looked new. They did have a lot of Bionicle pieces, but they looked like unique and different, and they did have personality and stuff. So the villains were pretty good, but matter of fact, actually, I take back what I said. They do look a lot like a Bionicle villain would. Apart from the fact that they were all scattered all over the place and they didn't have any resemblance to each other. And then we've got the heroes. Oh, where to start here? Well, the good news is they do look good. We'll give them that. If you just want them sitting on your shelf, they were good here. If you were just wanted play persons, but for little kids that wanted to play around, they were fun. They were easy to build, probably fun for them, but they were too easy for like Bionicle fans. I mean, even like the older Bionicles had harder builds than that. I didn't even need instructions for half of the Hero Factory. I'm not That's including the villains. So yeah, and my judgment probably isn't the best. I haven't gotten every set, but most of the sets nowadays are pretty much the exact same, just different armor and stuff. So yeah, and then the next year, well, the next year they gave the heroes the one problem that they had last time: the articulation, the playability, and no hollow big gun arm things. And also they had a better build. But when they did that, they they deteriorated the villains. All the villains' helmets were one of the other villains' helmets backwards. Like Fire Lord, the big leader, had Drill Dozer, his dumb um his dumb henchman on the back of his face. Seriously, that is too lazy and cheap. I mean, I know they did that for Bionicle, but those weren't the $12 sets. Those were the expensive sets that they did it on, and they probably saved money by doing that. But it is inexcusable in a $12 or $20 set. Sorry, just my opinion. And then, yeah. But the heroes were good, except some of the headgear stunk. Like, Nex looked like he had a beard. Furno, don't even get me started. But there were some good ones, like Evo. Surge was awesome from that wave. Like, he looked like a sniper guy and stuff. And also we had, what's his face? Stormer, who also looked good, and a ton of new pieces, so kind of took it away from Bionicle, but they took away the from the creators of Bionicle characters line, which was the only thing that left Bionicle intact. And then Yeah, 3.0 was kind of the same, and then 4.0, they improved what was wrong with Firelord. Witch Doctor was like a unique build, and I did kind of like the uniqueness of 3.0. Just sorry, going back, and the Rahi Beasts kind of thing. So that was a nice homage to the first year, especially since they were in the jungle and stuff. So anyway, I know this is probably going to be a long video. And then yeah, and then 4.0, they made the heroes much better, apart from the fact that they didn't change the heads. This is in the first wave, but the villains in the first wave, the villains were okay. Yeah, they were okay in the first wave, and Black Phantom fixed what the problems that Firelord had. Probably pretty much Firelord with fixed problems. And then, but the next wave, Bulk was pretty darn good, but Stringer, they changed him to blue, but they kept his black helmet. I mean, I think they should have added more black on it because he looked very uncolor coordinated and stuff. And then the villains. Voltix was a colorful rainbow mess. Core Hunter was a silent stalker dude who looked creepy and like he could murder your face off. And XT4. I don't want to get started on him. All I want to say about him is, this is probably what his catchphrase is. I am XT4 and I have no life. I'm serious, he has no life. I mean, I'm pretty sure even Nex could beat him. And then Nex 4.0 had too much white, so yeah. And then I don't know much about the next wave, so yeah, those are the trolls. And then the show. I'm just gonna ignore the whole plot idea because that relates to the talk on the show. Like, it's stupid. It's the same plot every time. They go out and there are villains, they fight them, and they get an upgrade. And half the time you don't even know why the villain is angry and wants to kill Hero Factory. Why were they even built in the first place if they're flippin' robots? And yeah. Then, but the problems were, the heroes they did a good job on, they made them heroic, have their voices suited them, but the villains, they just sounded like big clowns in the first series. They sound like, rah, rah. I can do Rotor good. Hero, I will kill you. And then you've got Von Nebula, who just seemed like this random dude that they met in the grocery store. Explode was I'll explode. From an amazing toy to same with Rotor. And then yeah. There were a couple others, but Rotor did have a good voice. Then you've got 2.0. They improved the voices for the villains on that. 2.0, I don't really have much to say. 1.0, the problem that I did have, yeah. But the problem that I didn't have any really, aside from the voices, there weren't much problems from in 1.0 that I haven't mentioned. 2.0, I like everything about it, besides the fact that, okay, first you need to know that Surge is my favorite character. So if I'm saying this is saying a lot. Really, when he was like, I'll hold them off, you've got to go, he really should have died. I mean, it makes a hero seem selfless if no one of them dies. And yeah, sorry about that. I just my dog was on a barking rage quit, so I just had to make her stop barking. So anyway, as I was saying, oh yeah, Hero Factory. Yeah, so, and then 3.0, the plot improved a bit. Like, I kind of like the terrain and stuff. And the Witch Doctor, the voice was good. Introduced Rocka and his competition with Inferno, but the major problem I have with that is, Roger, help me, please. It was really, really annoying and lame. So yeah, that's the problem I have with 3.0. And 4.0, I haven't finished watching it, but yeah. But about the toys, Stormer XL, well, here's what my story for him is. While the first wave came out, he was depressed because so far he has been in every wave of Hero Factory. When he wasn't in a wave, he got depressed. And he became one of those couch potatoes who stays at home all day watching TV and reruns of 80s cartoons, eating McDonald's and chips. And then, finally, when he got into the wave, he was so obese that he could barely even move his arms across his body. So, that never happened with Bionicle. And this is the end of my rant. And this is Matsuletti signing off. And this is just my opinion, so be warned. Yeah. I should have added a spoiler